For humans, a relatively calm and safe place is their home planet. But space is not just an inhospitable environment, but absolutely alien. What happens in its black, impenetrable depths? What dangers lurk there? But let's come out of the darkness of ignorance and shed light on the real tin that happens outside the meek, like a sheep, the Earth. So let's begin. The super explosion, or Tsar Bomba, rests. Huge stars ranging in size from 3 to 10 and larger than our suns live, by cosmic standards, much less than objects of the main sequence, about 10 million years, while the first 10 billion. Therefore, their fuel supply, which allows them to shine on our horizon, is depleted sooner. When this happens, a huge ball of gas with a core weighing as much as the sun and the size of the Earth instantly, literally in a fraction of a second, shrinks to a few kilometers and becomes a super-dense neutron ball. Energy during this process is released truly colossal, hundreds of times more than the sun gives throughout its life. Moreover, this titanic explosion occurs in the dead silence of the vacuum, where sounds do not spread due to the lack of air. If you look at the nearest supernova candidates, Betelgeuse, for example, located in the constellation of Orion, very much fits into this category. If it explodes, it would be 10 times brighter than the moon in the Earth's sky. But if a star were to go supernova, relatively close to a planet, it could wipe out any civilization within 1,500 light years. The death of a star called the Sun. This event directly concerns our distant but still future. The death of the Sun, of course, will not be as spectacular as supernova explosions, but still for us it is hardly a consolation. Before the death of the Sun will increase many times, turning into a red giant, and its size will exceed the orbit of Jupiter. But we have nothing to fear. Long before this process, our once green planet will turn to coal and become unsuitable for any form of life. Fortunately, scientists estimate that this disappointing event is about 5 billion years away. Black cannibals. Only a lazy person has not written about black holes, and still it is impossible to study them, at least for a tiny percentage. Black hole has the property to eat objects that are in close proximity to it, be it planets or stars. And even light is known to be unable to leave a black hole. It's a complete dystopia as it is. By the way, any body can be compressed so that it becomes a black hole. To do this, it is enough to reach the Schwarzschild radius. For example, for the Earth, it is 2 centimeters. That is, the diameter of our planet at its weight should become 4 centimeters. An intergalactic head-on collision. How it will look like in reality, scientists tried to simulate with the help of computer programs. The results are not very impressive. According to them, there will be a gradual mutual absorption of matter. Many stars will simply be pushed out by gas, which can accelerate to terrible limits. The result could be a huge galaxy consisting of 2 clusters, guests from the depths of the cosmos. The threat of such a catastrophe is closer than any other. At this very second, there may be a huge dead clump flying toward Earth that won't even leave you a chance to like this video. The Earth has a lot of scars left by small celestial bodies, and if you look at the moon, you'll discover just an asteroid Armageddon, about 30,000 craters. Comets, bolides, meteorites, and asteroids all fly at terrifying speeds in relative proximity to our planet, sometimes bombarding neighboring ones. And who knows if we will pass this cup? But if there were no catastrophes, then perhaps the Earth's civilization in the global sense would not have a chance to appear, because the universe itself arose as a result of the Big Bang, a catastrophe, analogues of which were not and are unlikely to appear in the future. But if we have survived and most of the Earthlings justify the high title of the Man of Reason, we wish you to keep going. And in the meantime, we recommend you to subscribe to the channel and visit our cozy corner in the public. There, personally, the author of the channel answers your questions. All links on the screen and in the description. See you there.